Okay, so here it is, backup types. Guys, listen very carefully about backup types here. So in backup types, we have a normal backup or a full backup. Normal or a full backup. Next one is copy backup, incremental backup, incremental backup, differential backup, daily backup. So these are five types of backups. Out of this one, if you search, there is a two backups only. Generally, it will shows because one is like a full backup. Next one is incremental backup. Okay, these two are mainly main important, very important backups. It is. But when you if you have a XPR 2003, so then you can see all this backup kind of stuff. Okay, so what is this normal backup or a full backup? So we'll go to this. First of all, I have a data. Each data, when you see the data in a any place like not here, so I'll go to your drive or anything. I'm going to attributes. This one. Can you see a some are 80, this is 80, this is D means directory. Okay, N also there, it means unknown, not known, or maybe like that. Okay, so what is this A means archive attribute. A means archive attribute. So I will show you that A here, it is not showing here. Attributes, read only attribute, hidden attribute means it's a kind of property on it. It's a kind of property on it. The new machines are changed with things. Okay, so I'm telling in a old style. Here, see it is. For example, I have a file 1, file 2, file 3, like that. I have a three files. For example, in my a place, I created a three files. And when I created a files, automatically on this file, there is an attribute called archive attribute will be display on it. Okay, it meaning is it is we can able to take the backup. We can able to take the backup. Why I done like that? So because I want to remove this one. Okay, so this is my data, and these are my files. Each file shows an attribute called a archive attribute. Remember that one. Next, this is my backup location. So here is my backup location. Okay, so this is my backup location means another hard disk something. So I took a full backup. Full backup means it take the backup of all these things. Full backup means it take the backup of all these files into my location. So all these files will be stored in this location. Okay, in this location the data will be stored. So this is my all files like a file 1, file 2, file 3 store in this location. I will put some name on it. Okay, so backup 1 is my full backup. So this is a file backup in the form of file only. Backup are not folders. Backup means in the file, it is archive file like a data rar file. So in the file we can have a multiple files. Backup itself, backup file. In the backup file we have a our data. So whenever you take full backup, so what I'm saying it is, I took a full backup or a normal backup. When I take the full backup, you take the backup into the location. Entire data will be backup. And what it will do with this after backup, after taking a backup, what happens? What happens here it is, it remove these archive attributes. It remove these archive attributes. Meaning is it marked this backup as a sorry, it marked this one as a backup. What it is, it marked these things are a backup. So file 1, file 2, file 3 already backup. So that is called a normal or a full backup. Guys understand, or can I tell again? I have a data. Every data has archive attributes when it is created. Okay. So when you are taking a backup, once you are done a, once you are taking a backup, it marks the backup files as a backup. It means already it is backup. Don't backup again. Okay. Backup. So that is called a full backup. That is called a full backup. Next, just for example, I am taking second condition. It is not second PC. Second condition of this one. This is the file one. What happened? Okay. Ah, it's a black color. Okay. No problem. File one not showing any kind of stuff like a file two and file three are there. So as same thing. Here I written, and I'm adding a new file. New file means obviously archive attribute is there, and I'm modifying my file two. I'm modifying file two. So check it. This is, I modify this file. I am modifying this file and I creating this file. So remember that one. Next, I'm taking this data backup. So I'm taking backup again. Next time I will take the backup of a backup. Okay. In this time I will tell the backup type is incremental backup. Backup type is incremental backup. So for example, if you store the backup in a different file, just for an example, you store the backup in a different file. um, in this one it stores f2 and f4 only. It means wherever the archive attribute is there, only that files will take a backup. It don't take the backup if archive attribute is not there. Meaning is, if archive attribute is there, it means take the backup of that file only. No archive attribute means it is already backup. So why you want to take a backup again? Got the point? So why we need to do that one? For example, I took a full backup. Sorry, in my system I have a 10 GB data. I have a 10 GB data in my system. I took a full backup, and in my backup location I have a 10 GB. So this is the backup location. Now new data is added. For example, 2 GB data is added. Means totally I have a 12 GB data, right? In my main location. Now again I'm taking a full backup. So it means 12 GB is added. If I don't do incremental kind of stuff, or a not marking standard kind of stuff, what happens in a main location? you have a data is 12 GB, but in a in your backup location you have a 22 GB of data is there. See, it means actually your data is every day you are adding a 1 GB. Finally, you reach a 50 GB in your main location. 50 GB main location. In remote location, it can be 200 or 400 or 500 GB. Not good, right? So your data is important. Backup is also very important, but not increase your backup size means you are paying lot of money for backup, not for main data. Understand? So the cost of this one will be increases, unnecessary space occupation will be there. So what I do, I'll do only incremental backup. So I have a 10 GB. First time I'm taking only full backup. For next time I will take, so I added some new data is added. I will take only changed or a modified or a newly created data only. If you are modify the file, or maybe you created a new data, okay. So then obviously we'll take that data only. So then we can balance both main location of the data and backup location also. So unnecessary data we no need to occupy in a backup. So that is called a incremental backup. Understand, guys? First time we take a full backup, next time we take a incremental backup. To only the changes or modified things only will be backup in an incremental backup. How it is possible? Because of full backup, mark these files as a backuped, already backuped. Okay, those who are not having a marking, so we will take the files into the backup only. So that is called a incremental backup. Next one is copy backup. Next one is copy backup. So I'm removing this side. Okay, leave it like that. So I will writing another thing is as a copy backup. So here it is. I'm not going much. So here it is. I have a files again. File 1 archive attribute, file 2 archive attribute, file 3 archive attribute. For example, I want to take the backup of this one and store into the different location. So I want to store here. This is my backup file. Okay, and I put a name is like a copy backup file, copy backup one, for example. And I'm taking backup of these files to here. So obviously, when you take a backup, the data will come to your location. F1, F2, F3. Okay. So 1 second, I will check any questions, new questions or anything. Okay. Very good. You understand that is good one. Yeah, someone Yashwan said again. Sorry, I didn't see that one. Um, okay, so I will continue copy backup. Then you will maybe understand. Otherwise, I will repeat both the things at a time. Okay. So it's a copy backup. When you do copy backup, what happens? You take the backup of it's like a full backup only. Copy backup, full backup, not a different one. Both are same only. Both are same only. Here it take the all the data and put it into backup location and store in a backup file. Here also take the data, put it into your backup location, store in a backup location. Now what happened to this data? It don't mark this one as a backup. Understand? Full backup. Once it is taken a backup, it mark that one as a it is backup. It is already backup. Okay, it is already given. For example, 10 people are there. So 10 people you have to give something. Like voting system. Vote, right? Elections. How to identify a person is already cast a vote by marking on it, right? So like a show your finger, put a mark on it, right? um, in a voting system, right? So what we are doing it is, so when election, so when he came to the voting room, so show your hand, put a mark on it, and then cast the vote, right? So if he come again, so what happened, you already given a vote, already done your voting, so get out from here. So that is a very simple marking on a finger, right? So that's a simple example to understand full backup. But here it a copy backup, because it is my constitution. So what I done, I told my polling officer, don't mark them. So what happened, every person put a 10-20 votes. So like there is a, recently I watched a one facts video. There's a guy got a almost double or triple than his votes in the city. He got a mayor, I think so. He become a mayor, but he got almost three times votes than a regular votes. Then his entire voting system is cancelled. Okay, he got a highest votes in the elections, and plus he's a cheated can. So people are vote multiple times. Polled votes are three times higher than existing votes. So it has happened like that. This is same thing. I didn't mark person or file as a backup. So what happened, in a backup location files are there, but no marking. After some time, or maybe a next day, I want to take a copy backup or an incremental backup or a differential backup kind of stuff. So again I'm going to add new file. So I'm going to add a new file here. So new file is added. Now I'm taking a backup. I'm taking a backup again. So what happens, the in the backup all files will be backup, just like I said this condition, right? So if you don't mark it as a backup, it will take the backup of every files again, and it's stored in the location. So what is the problem, in a in a backup location, so data will be become, means the storage size is, occupation is very high in a backup location, and actually your data is very less. So it is does not mark as a backup. Okay. Next one is differential backup. Next one is differential backup. What is this differential backup? Um, Here we have to tell that example. Differential backup. We'll tell this example on this one. Backup type is differential backup. I put a differential name. Okay. So what is this differential backup? Differential backup will take the backup. Okay. And once it is taken a backup, so the picture no longer use. um, yeah. Okay. Purple I will use it. Okay. So it take the backup of this file. See this condition. See the condition of this one, and you will take the backup of this file. For example, these files, it will take the backup of file 2 and file 3. It take the backup of file 2 and file 3. That's it. Okay. You don't take the backup of other files, because of they marked as a backup. They marked as a backup. It is already backup. So no need to take it. Only file 2, file 3, archive attribute is there. It took the backup. That's it. It don't change attributes. You don't remove the attributes. It means it does not mark as a backup, just like a copy backup. Differential backup also don't mark as a backup. Simple, remember. So what is the difference between full, incremental to differential and copy backup? Marking. Okay, so you have a finger like this. Okay, we should put a mark on it, so then people don't mark it, right? So yeah, very good. Finger symbol, and the mark can be any regular size. Okay, if you want a Indian blue color, then I will put a blue color also. So maybe this is a one blue color, so I'll mark this one. Okay, so remember always, so what is the difference between copy differential to full backup or incremental backup? In full backup and in incremental backup, there is a mark if once it is backup, and it does not mark after backing up in here. So I put a finger here. I will try finger again. It's a purple finger. Maybe it is like, so it is, we can easily recollect thing is a voting system. No marking for a differential and copy backup. No marking after backup. Incremental and incremental and full backup, after backup there is a marking. Understand? And next one is full backup, copy backup will take the backup of entire data. Incremental and differential, only data modified or created after taking full backup. After taking in full backup, any new backup is any files are created or modified, that only it will take the backup. That is the difference. Got it? Understand, guys, the difference between full, incremental, and differential kind of stuff. Marking. Yeah, difference between copy backup, full backup is both are same, both will take complete data backup. Only thing is in full backup it marks data is backup. In a copy backup it don't mark data as a backup, data as a backup, so it not show, no marking. So then what happened, next time you are taking again, you are taking all your data again. So that is the problem with that one. Incremental, differential, both are same. After taking full backup, any new file is created or marked for a backup. So marked for backup means it is going to be get backup, or a new modified file is there, then it is marked for backup. It take the backup of that files only, in both incremental and differential. But incremental incremental mark after taking a backup, differential don't mark after backup. It not marks after backup, it's still there. Okay, after it don't mark anything. So what is the advantage of these things is incremental backup is full backup, incremental backup save the size in a, backup location. Copy backup and differential backup are faster because only taking backup only, not to do any marking kind of stuff. It will a faster than a full backup and an incremental backup. But it won't save the size in the backup location. It don't save the size in the backup location. So that is the main part of your backup. Guys, understand? I may have went very faster. You have to tell faster. Understood or not understand? Because we don't have a time. It is already 5:21. Even I didn't see the time. Practically also we can do it, or at least we can see it. I will search the video, which is my last video of that one. So I will show you. Okay. So this is about this. Yeah, daily backup. What is this daily backup? Daily backup means I created a data today, for example. Okay, so I created a data today, for example. Here it is. daily backup. Yeah, we don't have a space for this one. Okay, I created a file, for example, f1 2108, f2 2108. Okay, so I have a files in a daily backup. I will take backup of files which is created today only, which is created today only. So this is today's date. I will take the backup of this one only. So daily backup, that is called, not everyday taking backup. It is, so I will take the backup of the files which is created today only. For example, yesterday data is there, day before yesterday data is there. I won't take that data. So only the data I will take based on the machine date and file date matches. Then I will take that backup. Just like you can see here, it is lot of data is there. So I will go to last date modified. Can you see last date modified is today's is this PPT, and you can see these are all 1 2 3 4 5. This is yesterday's one. If I take it, these four files will take a backup yesterday. This is 17th, this is 14, 13. So 13, so how many files are there? You can see 13 files are there. It means on 13, if I take the backup, these are in a backup location. If I take backup at 14, only this file go to the backup location. Okay, so 11 is there. See, these three files will go to the backup in a on 11th, 12th, 9th. 10th is not there, no data, no backup on 10th. No backup is created today. It means no backup is created today means no sorry, no files are created today means no backup. So that is called a daily backup. Next one is scheduled backup. What is a scheduled backup? Scheduled backup means not always you have to go and take backup. You can give a time interval. You have to specify a time or a date and a date on it. For example, today at 6:30, I want to take a backup. Today, just for today. Compulsory time. We should specify time today. At, for example, 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock means 19. Okay. So 7 o'clock at 7 at 19. Today. Or every day. Every day you want to take a backup. Every day you want to. Every day, night or morning 8 o'clock. Before we started, morning 8 o'clock only, every day complete, done the backup. Or night 12 o'clock. Okay, every day night 12 o'clock. Every week on Monday morning 7 o'clock. Okay, like that, every day, every week on every week, every Monday or every Friday, every Saturday, like that we can take the backup. Okay, every month or a specific month, every month, particular day, maybe first day of the month. Okay, at morning 6 o'clock. Okay, so we can specify or a on a particular month or a particular day on a month, like also we can able to read. Or a means, you know, April is a year closing, financial year closing. So I want to take a backup before financial close, or maybe in a December is a year ending. So December 31st, take all the backup every December. Like we can schedule that backup in a particular interval of time. So where is this? These are a full backup, incremental backup, daily backup. So these are a text belongs to it. When we are taking a backup, I copy pasted here. Copy is not happens. I typed it because it's on a application. So these are the main statements, and the important one is Okay, so these are backups, and also I think I put a schedule backup also. Scheduling backup daily, weekly, monthly. Once means like a today or a tomorrow only once. System startup. I started a PC and immediately you have to take the backup at a system startup. Next at logon, when you log into the PC, start backup first, then give the user access. That kind of stuff we can able to put it. Okay, when ideal, I'm not using system for a 1 hour kind of stuff. Obviously background process everything get be cold. Now I am using mail communication, YouTube communication, presentation. Okay, virtual machines also running like that. Recording is going on means system is busy now. System is busy. For example, I close all the things. I'm not doing anything, just I am doing some other work, so I went outside. Now system become a less utilization of resources. Take the backup that time. Why? If in case 8 o'clock I plan for a take a backup, but 8 o'clock also system is busy or server is busy, then better to take when it is ideal. So these are the backup types: normal backup or full backup. Backup selected files and mark files as a backup. Backup selected files but does not mark as a backup, that is called a copy backup. Backup selected files only if they are created or modified since previous backup. And differential backup is also same as incremental backup, but thing is it backup as a does not mark them as a backup. Incremental will mark the data as a backup. Daily backup is a backup only files that were created or modified today. Okay, today kind of stuff. Next one is scheduling backup in a different times, like a daily, monthly, weekly, like that. We call it as a backup. So this is your backup types. In very important backup types, backup things are there, that is full or a normal backup and incremental backup. Anyone, any doubts? Very good, very good. That's a good one. Con job. Okay, con job. So we can schedule a backup in Linux using con job. That's kind of stuff you are telling. So in a con job, if you write a script, like when to take the backup, like a backup script, you have to write it, where to copy the data in a remote location, like that you can write it and you can schedule a time, like that, monthly, weekly, yearly, like that, right? So very good. That is what I saying it is. Relate things, everything is same, so you think it is everything is same. So people are seeing, look at people as a different kind of stuff, like in the world that everything is almost same. It is everything is related. Only thing is when we are telling, so instead of confusing people, so I'm not adding those kind of stuff. Yes, once you are tell everyday type of backup, it backups every day. Okay, you have to schedule it, so every day particular time you have to back up. So in a Windows, scheduling is also there, Linux scheduling also you can do it. And also I told server side backups also, it is we can schedule automatically, it will take the backup. Okay, nowadays artificial intelligence is also implemented. So last week one guy called me and asked me like, so their seniors created some boards, any change in the data or any particular stage of the data occurs, so then obviously that board will be backup the things. Okay, so like that he said some story, and he asked like, how can I do it? So I said, that is automation, you should learn automation by yourself only. Okay, very good. So I am putting a one